Welcome to Vitrium Security's How-To video series. In this video, we'll be taking a look at audio and video content. Audio and video content is available to enterprise accounts and pro accounts that have the audio and video add-on. Vitrium converts the media to a format that can be streamed on demand. It allows you to add bookmarks for quick access to key times, and it can have multiple resolutions and be available for different connection speeds. Uploading a video or audio file to Vitrium follows the same procedure that you would for uploading a document. However, what we will need are new content settings for each type of file. Let's upload a video file first. We are in the Content tab of our Vitrium admin, and we're going to drag and drop the file that we wish to upload. We can see here now that our Add Content pop-up has appeared. If a content setting for a video has already been created for your account, the default one will show here. If there are multiples, you can click the arrow here to get a drop-down list to select the one that you would like. You're also able to click this blue icon here to create a new one. A new one will bring up this dialog box here where we can enter our details. The first thing you'll need to do is name the content setting, and as best practice, we always recommend having something that describes what the content setting contains. The next option here is going to be protected as, whether you want to have it as a full DRM, which will require user authentication, or you can select social DRM, which will not require user authentication. Next, you'll want to select the watermark. You can choose from ones that have already been created here by clicking that drop-down menu, or you can create a new one by clicking this icon just to the right. Because the name of this content setting has noted username, let's do license to username as the watermark for this particular setting. The next thing we'll want to take a look at are the advanced options. You'll see here that this is different from the document advanced settings, as we have video resolution and lossless conversion listed. Any resolution that you select is going to create a separate copy of the video file in order to make it accessible for end users depending on connection speed or selection. When users are viewing a protected video in the secure video player, the resolution will automatically adapt based on the connection speed. However, they will also have the option to change the resolution manually if the different resolutions are offered. It's important to note, however, that the resolution of the uploaded video is the maximum resolution that Vitrium will be able to provide. We are not able to scale up, only scale down. The other option here is something that you can select if your video contains a lot of still images, such as a slide deck for a presentation with audio throughout. If we hover over the tooltip here, we'll be able to see that this is an option that can be selected if it has very slow motion or not a lot of movement in it, as it will compress and convert video to the web player without any loss of the information. This makes it more accessible on slower connections and saves bandwidth. Once we're happy with the settings, we can click Save and Exit. We can see now that the newly created content setting has been selected for this particular video. Once you're happy with the content setting, you can click Save and Exit. We can see in the bottom right-hand corner that the video is uploading and being converted to an on-demand streaming format that will be accessible to your end users. Let's click on the web link and see what that looks like in the secure web viewer. We can see here that we've got the play button, and if we hover over the video itself, we'll be able to see that the time bar at the bottom, along with the volume control and the resolution of the video here. We also have an icon here that can be clicked on in order to change the speed that the video is played back at. Normal will be the default, but it can be either slowed down to 0.25 or increased to double speed. We can also see that at the bottom center, there is a very small watermark that is showing up. This is why it's important to preview the content after you change any content settings. We can see that the text is quite small, and it would be worth considering changing the placement, the color, and the size in order to make sure that the watermark is visible. Next, we'll want to take a look at uploading an audio file. Back in the Content tab, we're going to drag and drop an audio file that will bring up the dialog box that will prompt us for the content settings. In the same way with the audio, if there is an audio setting that has been created already for your account, it will be listed here along with any others in the drop-down menu. Clicking the blue icon will allow you to create a new one. Audio content settings are very straightforward. We recommend naming it with something descriptive, choosing whether you want the full DRM or the social DRM, and selecting if you want the case-sensitive password. There is no watermark required for the audio files, but if it is protected as a full DRM, it will still require user authentication. Because we have one already selected, we'll choose the default one here, and we'll click Save and Exit. We can see now that the audio file has finished uploading, and we can click on the web link to view it securely. Similar to the secure video player, we can see that we've got our play button and audio controls here, along with the time bar, and the option here to save for offline use if that is available through the DRM policy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos and our knowledge base online.